A cheerful good morning and a very warm welcome to one and all present today in this GK class. Once again, I welcome you back on behalf of Sunbeam Academy. Starting with our today's discussion, I would like to first tell you regarding some of the important instructions which has came yesterday from the government regarding the opening up of the schools, as this was the only sector which was not opened in this entire pandemic situation. Rest all of the organizations, sector and everything have been opened. Okay, so as per the instructions from the government, the class 6 to 8 can be opened from 10th of February, whereas class 1 to 5 can be opened from 1st of March by completely following the protocols or SOPs or the guidelines which are necessary to prevent this COVID-19 pandemic situation. Okay, so following the guidelines, following the precautions and everything, the schools can be opened from 10th for 6 to 8 and for 1 to 5 from 1st of March. So now let's hope for the best. Now let us wait for the instructions from our school authorities, that is what is the date which has been decided by them, as because day before yesterday I got the news from IHS that sorry, yesterday only I've got the news from IHS that they have International Hindu School Nagma, that is they have opened or they have basically they are going to start the classes for 6 to 8 from 12th of February, whereas DPS, that is your Delhi Public School, is going to start its session for 6 to 8, not the session, for the classes from 16th onwards, that is 16th of February. So now let us hope for our school as well to provide us with some or the other dates so that it becomes easier for us and we are able to regain our that physical classrooms and everything. Okay, starting with some of the situations, as you know, since the instructions are being given for the reopening of the school, so of course the number of COVID cases, the recoveries and everything, they are being going at a very faster rate, as a result of which the number of active COVID cases is completely declining day by day. Okay, in this respect, if we start with our today's discussion, so the very first thing which I would like to show you here is, that is the syllabus followed by our today's class, current affairs, question answers, sorry, basically your some of the questions related to mathematics, all these things. Okay, so starting with this, first the syllabus here. As per the syllabus, if you can see here, that is we have two more things and they are your, okay, before this I would like to show you what we have done in the last class. No, not here. Okay, I already have it open, so I'll be showing you there. Okay, so this was if you're able to see, I hope everyone can see this. Here it is. Okay, so this is 30th of January 2021, that is class 7th. We have done two of the page numbers, that is your page number 72 and 73. Okay, so let us go ahead with some more page numbers today and let us see what is there as per the syllabus. So 72 and 73 was the last page number which we have done in the last class. Since we have done these two page numbers, that is your page number 72 and 73 here, these two. Okay, so now it's time for us to go ahead with, that is we have completed these two topics, our environment as well as India and the world. So let us start with our this topic, that is your science and technology, in which I'm sorry, in which already we have completed these two page numbers. If you can see these two, that is page number 44 and 50 has been already completed. So now we are going to go ahead with this page number 55 and 61, and thereby let us try to go ahead with our syllabus. Okay, so let us start with first, that is page number 55. Okay, see here. So these are what? These are basically our scientific units, okay, in the science and technology. Units, if you remember, since last year you all have studied that when you were in class 6th. So you all have studied that what is unit. Unit is the comparison of it is used to express any one of the quantities. Okay, that is units are basically your meter, centimeter, and anything. That is whatever your measurements are there. In order to represent these measurements, we use some of the units, which are basically your scientific units. Scientific, why? Because they are included in your science as well. Okay, so match the units with what they are used to measure by writing the correct letters in the boxes. Okay. One more thing I would like to show you. Okay, leave it. Okay. Match the units with what they are used to measure by writing the correct letters in the boxes. That is the very first one we have here is, that is your ampere. Ampere is the unit to measure the electric current. That is your D option. Kelvin, all of you know, you must have gone through the conversions as well. That is from Celsius to Fahrenheit, Kelvin to Celsius, and various other conversions in your temperature chapter. That is heat, and I hope heat was the chapter only. Okay, that is your A, temperature here. Candela is the unit of intensity of light, how powerful the light is. Okay, that is basically measured in candela. Okay, next we have light year, that is your I, that is distance in astronomy. Now see, if you know that when we are talking about the digits which we have studied in our lower classes, so if we are talking about the Indian system, following the Indian system, so we have here, that is your ones, tens, 100, 1000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh, crores, 10 crores, that's it. Okay, and in Hindi we have till Arab, Kharab, and all these things. If you go for your this part, international system, so in that you have ones, tens, 100, 1000, 10,000, 100,000, followed by million, 10 million, and 100 million, billion, 10 billion, and 100 billion. Okay, but what about after that? Because the distance from the earth to other planets, or to sun, or to the stars is much more than which can be accommodated, or which can be made to fit in these Indian or international system of units. Okay, so it is very difficult to place them, very difficult to measure all these things in this situation. That is why we always go for the light year. And I would like to tell you also, just hold on please, that is what is the measure for this 1 light year. It is here. Hold on. Okay, 1 light year is equal to not given here. It should be given here. Because I have read it here, so I think. Alright, so 1 light year is equal to 9.46 into 10 to the power 15 meter. Okay, 9.46 into 10 to the power 15 meter. That means what? If you can understand here, that is 9.46, and after that you put 15 zeros, 15 zeros, and that will be equal to your 1 light year. So that is why the distance between the stars, sun, planets, earth, and other heavenly bodies are always measured are always calculated by using the light year. Okay, next we have is, that is your radian. Okay, so when we are talking about the radian here, so radian is what? It is the unit for plane angles. Okay, that is whenever we are talking about the plane angles, we use radian here. Okay, there would be some kind of relationships in the radian as well, not given here. Okay, neither I know. Okay, so let us go ahead with this. Okay, moving ahead with this, we have that is your Newton. Newton is the unit of force. Okay, that is E, force. What is force? All of you know. Force is what? A push or a pull is known as force. Okay, and it is measured in Newton. Okay, this Newton is also written as kilogram per meter, kilogram meter square. Okay, you'll be studying in 9th class how these units are being formed, and basically I hope in class 8th only you will be coming across this force, as you have the chapter force and pressure. Okay, Joule is the unit for measuring your heat. Okay, that is IJKL, energy basically. Okay, heat is also a form of energy only. Okay, so whatever energy you are going to measure, that is going to be measured in Joule. And as per this units, okay, they are very important units, all of them, as they help us to calculate or to represent our answers in a much more better way here. Okay, the next, when we are going ahead with this, so next we have here is that is your Pascal. Okay, Pascal is the unit for pressure. Okay, don't get confused with Pascal and Rascal. Okay, Rascal is one of the abuse which is being used in our day-to-day life activities, whereas Pascal is the unit in which pressure is measured. Okay, so always remember, pressure and force, they are very much closely related to each other. So force is measured in Newton, or the unit for force is Newton, whereas the unit for pressure is Pascal. Next we have watt. Watt is the unit for your power. Okay, if you take any of your electrical appliances, whether it is your bulb or your speakers, woofer, not, I don't think it is there on the speakers, woofers, televisions, fridge, air conditioners, or any of the electrical gadgets which you have, even your cell phones as well. Okay, you'll be able to find that on the battery or somewhere it will be written there, that is how many watt of power is required. Okay, the short forms are also there. Okay, for ampere we have A, capital A. Kelvin is K only. Candela, I don't remember, but I hope it is CD. Okay, most probably capital C and small d, maybe something else as well. Next is your light year remains LY only. Okay, and then radian, I hope RD or RA. Newton is N, Joule is J, Pascal is P and A. Watt is W. Hertz is the unit for frequency, and in short form it is written as H and small z, or that is Z here. Okay, so you will not be getting watt complete written on your electrical appliances. You'll be only getting a number with W there. Okay, as W is the symbol for watt. Okay, so please try to find it out. Okay, you must be having some of the appliances in front of you as well. तो अगर आप कोई भी अपने सामने का appliance उठाइए, electrical appliance, और उसको थोड़ा सा carefully monitor करिए, so आपको देखने को मिल जाएगा 3 watt, 4 watt, ठीक है, 4W, 5W, 9W, 15W, even your electrical switches as well, they would be having ampere there. वहाँ पे watt नहीं होंगे. Electrical appliances, devices जितने भी हैं उनमें watts present होंगे. The next we have here is that is your hertz. Hertz is the unit for frequency. Okay, M here, that is the frequency of sound. Frequency is basically, the meaning is frequent enough, that is how many times it is occurring in 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour, or anything. But basically when we are talking about frequency, so it is basically, that is how many times the sound is occurring or repeating itself in 1 second. Okay, next is your ton. Okay, ton is the bigger units for calculating mass only, I hope. Okay, that is weight, not mass. Okay, and 1 ton equals to 10 to the power 3 kg. That is 1 ton is basically equal to 1000 kg. Okay, or 1 metric ton. 1 ton is also sometimes pronounced or written as 1 metric ton. So whether it is written 1 metric ton or 1 ton, both are same only. Okay, next we have the nautical mile. Nautical miles, I hope they are used for measuring the depth of the sea and okay, distance at sea. Okay, so 1 nautical mile, when we are talking about, okay, so 1 nautical mile is equal to 6076 feet, that is ft. that is हम लोग अपनी height फिट में ही नापते हैं या फिर सेंटीमीटर्स में नापते हैं. So we used to say that our height is 6 feet 5 feet 4 inch, or in this way. In the same way, 1 nautical mile, or this 1 nautical mile is also known as sea mile, as we are calculating the distance at sea. So this nautical mile is equal to 6076 feet, or it is also equal to 1852 meter, that is 1852 meters is also equal to 1 nautical mile. Last is, that is ohm. Ohm is the unit for resistance, that is your H. Now resistance is what मैं बताता हूँ आपको यहाँ पे. Okay, when we are talking about resistance, basically, so resistance is what? Resistance, जैसे हम resist करना, resist का मतलब क्या होता है आप सभी लोग जानते हो कि रोकना. Like when you are cycling or when you are driving, so the wind is flowing towards you, so the wind tries to prevent you. ठीक है, हमेशा हर एक चीज के ऊपर कुछ ना कुछ फ्रिक्शन लगता रहता है, रेजिस्टेंस लगते रहते हैं. Okay, otherwise the body would have been completely moving without stopping. ठीक है, तो रेजिस्टेंस क्या है? एक ऐसा फोर्स जो आपके मूवमेंट के डायरेक्शन के जस्ट अपोजिट होता है. ठीक है, कोई भी चीज वो जो आपको रेजिस्ट करे. ठीक है, that is known as your resistance. So when you pass anything, like when the current is passed in a wire, when the current is flowing through a wire, तो भले ही वो कंडक्टर हो, इंसुलेटर हो या कुछ भी हो, ठीक है, even the conductors also, they do not allow the light to go completely, or allows the light current or electrical current to move completely without any hindrance. ठीक है, ये सभी लोग अपना कुछ ना कुछ रेजिस्टेंस ऑफर करते हैं, कुछ ना कुछ हिंड्रेंसेस पैदा करते हैं, जिसके वजह से हमारे आउटपुट जो रहता है वो कम हो जाता है. ठीक है, मूविंग अहेड विद दिस, वोल्ट. वोल्ट इज ऑल्सो द यूनिट फॉर पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस. ओके, दैट इज योर J. वोल्टेज, ठीक है, वोल्टेज या फिर पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस, ये भी आप पढ़ेंगे, और शायद आपने पढ़ा भी है, नहीं आपने नहीं पढ़ा. ओके, यू विल बी स्टडीइंग इन क्लास 8th. ओके, दिस अबाउट वोल्ट और द पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस. आई होप इलेक्ट्रिक करंट नहीं, केमिकल इफेक्ट्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक करंट में आप इसको पढ़ोगे. स्टार्टिंग विद दिस, व्हाट इज दिस वोल्ट? ये वोल्ट भी आपको मिल जाएगा ऑन द इलेक्ट्रिकल अप्लायंसेस. जहां पे भी वॉट प्रेजेंट होगा वहां पे वोल्ट भी प्रेजेंट होगा, ये याद रखिएगा. ये दोनों आपस में काफी कोरिलेटेड हैं, इसीलिए ये दोनों साथ में प्रेजेंट रहते हैं. ओके, मूविंग अहेड विद द फैक्ट फाइल वी हैव हियर इज, दैट इज if different countries follow different systems of measurement, it might often lead to confusion. To solve this problem, a standard system of units of measurement was formulated in 1960. The units in this system are known as SI units. ये भी आप लोगों ने पढ़ा है in class 6th. That is basically 3 systems of measurements are being followed: SI system, CGS system, and your MKS system. Okay, moving ahead, this one is completed. Okay, we have something. So see, this is the instrument to measure the voltage or the potential difference. ठीक है, कभी कभी हम लोग बोलते हैं ना वोल्टेज डाउन है, लाइट कम है. ठीक है, तो दिस इज बेसिकली वन ऑफ द कंसेप्ट्स. This is the one used to measure the temperature, that is one of the thermometers in which both the things are being given. If you can see, degree Celsius and Fahrenheit. I don't know how they are able, of course they will be able to do it. Okay, so this is one of the instruments, that is your device or instruments basically, that is your thermometer to measure the temperature of the body. Okay, or any object. Is that clear? Moving ahead with this, so we have, that is your think box. Find out how names of the above units of measurement came into being. Discuss into class. ये किस तरीके से आए इन सभी यूनिट्स के नाम. वोल्ट का वोल्ट क्यों पड़ा, ओम का ओम क्यों पड़ा. मैक्सिमम यूनिट्स तो आपके उस पे हैं, साइंटिस्ट के नेम्स पे हैं. लाइक न्यूटन फोर्स तो आपके साइंटिस्ट ही थे, न्यूटन, उन्होंने ही किया है, तो उसके बेसिस पे उन्होंने उसका नाम पड़ गया है. ओके इसी तरीके से और भी कई चीजें हैं. ओके ओम का भी, आई होप इट इज देयर ऑन द नेम ऑफ द साइंटिस्ट ओनली. ओके let us go ahead with this, the next page number. So in this way we have completed one of them, that is your page number 55. Let us now continue with page number 61. I'm sorry. IT quiz. Okay, good. In this I'll be able to show you some more things here. Okay, so if you're able to see here, that is okay, IT is basically your information technology. Okay, so in the case of information technology or IT sector, what are the different kinds of devices which are being used here? Okay, so the very first one we have here is, that is choose the correct options. So which of the following is another name for a USB flash drive? फ्लैश ड्राइव क्या होता है, ठीक है, आई डोंट थिंक आई नो इट. ओके that is your pen drive is the another name for USB flash drive. Okay, when we are talking about flash, okay, so what does that mean? First let us have a quick understanding of the flash drive here. Okay, so flash drive is also known as a pen drive. Okay, okay, now there is a little bit of difference in between your flash drive as well as the pen drive. That is, a pen drive is generally only used as a mobile USB storage device, whereas flash drive has many different uses for data storage. Okay, another difference is that pen drive always refers to a drive that can be plugged directly into a USB port here. All right, okay, good. The next we have here is, that is in computer technology, what does bit stands for? So bit stands for binary digit, and you all have studied how many bytes are there, how many bits are there, and everything, many other things. Okay, if you go ahead with the next one, so we have here is, that is which of these is a Microsoft Office tool? That is your Open Office is the Microsoft Office tool. Then which of these activities is known as flaming in internet jargon or jargon? Okay, so flaming is the use of rude language. All right, okay, the use of rude language on the internets is known as your flaming. What is the full form of DTP? That is your desktop publishing. Okay, now what is this desktop publishing? When we are talking about this desktop publishing, what does that mean here? Desktop, all of us we know. Okay, but what do you mean by desktop publishing here? Okay, so desktop publishing is the creation of documents using page layout software on a personal computer. It was first used almost exclusively for print publications, but now it also assists in the creation of various forms of online content. Okay, the next we have here is, that is what kind of file format does zip denote? Okay, so zip is a compressed file which has a lot of informations in it. Okay, जब हम कभी कभी बहुत बड़ी फाइल्स को सेंड करना चाहते हैं, okay, so you will find that it is not able to, we are not able to send it as the size of the file is very much. So what do? We compress that file, we reduce the size of that file, and then we extract it wherever it is required. Okay, I would like to show you if possible. Let me see whether I have it or not. Okay, I have it once more. Okay, so where it is, show in folder. Okay. Here it is. See here. I hope all of you are able to see. Okay, so this is the zip file. If you can see, that is my certificates were there. So when I have converted it, so it has came into this zip file. If you can see the extension basically means what? That is when you rename it, what you are able to find. You are only able to rename this name of this file, but the extension remains the same. अगर वो आप Microsoft Office में जाओगे, documents में, Word में करोगे तो .doc होता है, PDF में रहेगा तो .pdf होता है, उसी तरह zip folders में भी क्या रहेगा, .zip रहेगा. Alright. So in this way, this is one of the examples for your zip folder. Okay. Okay. The next is, that is what is the full form of 3G? That is your third generation. Okay. Even today, Airtel has already launched 5G, that is fifth generation. Let us see what others are going to do. Okay. I don't know how come Reliance is back in publishing this 5G ahead of Airtel. Okay, moving ahead with this, which device enables computers to communicate with other computers across a telephone line? That is modem. अब ये modem एक ये भी modem है, and at the same time कुछ पहले जब हमारे पास इतने बहुत ज़्यादा एडवांसमेंट नहीं थी, तो एक USB टाइप का भी मॉडर्न आता था, उसमें दोनों चीज़ें होती थी. USB आप स्टोर भी कर सकते हो, प्लस इट वाज एक्टिंग लाइक अ मॉडेम एज वेल. Sorry. Okay. So what are Fortran, Visual Basic and QBasic kinds of? So these are the kinds of computer languages, and I hope it is a part of programmings only. Okay. What is the basic unit of measurement of information in computer storage? That is your byte. Okay. These are bigger units. Terabytes आपके यूज होते हैं, कभी कभी आप अपने हार्ड डिस्क में भी लगवाते हो, या फिर आप कभी कभी जब स्टोरेज डिवाइसेस खरीदते हैं, जैसे हार्ड डिस्क आपने खरीदा या फिर कुछ और भी चीज़ें खरीदी, तो उसमें भी आपको टेराबाइट्स मिल जाता है. ओके. नेक्स्ट इज सिलिकॉन वैली इन सैन फ्रांसिस्को, USA became the hub of silicon industries in the mid 20th century. Bengaluru, the hub of IT companies in India, is known as the Silicon Valley of India. That is your Bengaluru. How do you think the rapid developments in IT have changed our lives in the past 10 years? बहुत कुछ है. Past 10 years छोड़ दीजिए, just past 1 year ही अगर हम लोग सोच लें, तो we will be able to think for many things here. All right. Okay. So here only I would like to show you some more inventions or related to this here IT sector only. Okay. Two very nice devices as well. Okay. All of you have heard about the Polaroid camera. Okay. So in the case of Polaroid cameras, the very moment when you click the pictures on that, you'll be able to see a film comes out in this way. Okay, and you just have to dry it for some time and you can use this one. Okay, so this is the film which is generated from your Polaroid camera there and then. You don't have to wait for anything. Immediately the film or this film comes out of that camera. You just have to dry it in the air or for few minutes basically, or not more than 32 seconds to 1 minute or 1.5 minutes, and you'll be able to get that picture here. The next is one more device I would like to show you here. Okay, it is a device, but I think that most of you would not be able to identify this. Sorry. Okay, as if you are able to see, this is just simply like our ATM cards. If you are able to read it out here, so this is here, it is written Shruti. Okay, Shruti is one of the programs which is run by Medtronics. Okay, the world's largest company for producing the manufacturing or making the instruments used in labs as well as our operation theaters. Okay, so Shruti is the program for, आप अगर नीचे और ध्यान से पढ़ेंगे इसमें तो आपको दिखाई दे रहा होगा कि स्वस्थ कान लिखा हुआ है, healthy ear. Okay, so this is one of the programs which is being launched by Medtronics, and basically WHO is also involved here. Okay, so what is this? Can you have some of the guesses from your side only? Okay, आप अपने पास ही guess करिए कि ये क्या हो सकता है. ठीक है, तो I would like to tell you something, that is, this is one of the pen drives here. Okay, ये एक pen drive है. Okay, कैसे है वो मैं आपको दिखा देता हूँ. ये देखिए, if you are able to see here, this is the pen drive which was present here. Okay, if you leave it completely, it gets closed. Immediately you lift it from one of the sides, it becomes a pen drive. You just have to insert this in the USB port, and can you again try to guess what would be the capacity of this pen drive? So this capacity of this pen drive is 8 GB. Okay, I hope more than enough. Okay, this metal like structure which you are able to see on the top, this golden structure, these are basically made of silicons only. Okay, as per my knowledge, you would be able to observe this in your pen drives as well, memory cards as well, mobile batteries as well, I hope. Okay, so many places are there where this is being used. Silicon chips or chips basically means fine thread like fine plated structures basically. Okay. Okay, let us go ahead with this on current affairs. Okay, okay, starting with the current affairs of yesterday, that is 5th of February 2021. So Delhi launches Switch Delhi campaign to promote electric vehicles. That is basically Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal launched the Switch Delhi campaign on Feb 4, 2021 to promote electric vehicles. CM Kejriwal requested the citizens to buy electric vehicles to combat air pollution, that is to prevent air pollution, to tackle air pollution. The state government will now hire electric vehicles in the next 6 weeks. Okay. Now next, moving ahead with this, the next one we have, that is your Pfizer withdraws its vaccines emergency use. Let me just little bit increase the size. Okay, much better. Okay, so Pfizer withdraws its vaccine emergencies use application from India. Okay, that is this is one of the US pharma firm, I hope ये spelling mistake है, firm होना चाहिए, US pharma firm Pfizer withdrew the emergency use authorization application of its COVID vaccine from India. The move came following the meeting of the Drug Regulatory Authority of India, that is your DGCI, on Feb 3rd, 2021, which was attended by the company as well. Okay, Pfizer applied for emergency use, got authorization in India on December 6, 2020. Okay, the next we have, that is your Ministry of Jal Shakti. Okay, Ministry of Jal Shakti launches web portal on Gobardhan scheme. That is, the Ministry of has launched this on 3rd of Feb on Gobardhan scheme that seeks to support villages in managing the cattle as well as biodegradable waste. The scheme is likely to boost the farmers' income through the conversion of biodegradable waste into compressed biogas, CBG. ओके, अभी तक आपने LPG सुना था, लिक्विफाइड पेट्रोलियम गैस, CNG सुना था, कंप्रेस्ड नेचुरल गैस. अब इस पे देखिए compressed biogas. Okay, government launched Kapila campaign to raise awareness about intellectual property rights. That is, the government on October 15th launched the Kalam program for intellectual property literacy and awareness campaign to spread awareness about the intellectual property rights. The information regarding this was shared by the Union Education Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank on Feb 4th, 2021. Okay, RBI's monetary policy, that is repo rate, kept unchanged at 4%. Okay, now see, I would like to tell you what is this repo rate here. Okay, now see, repo and reverse repo rate are the two important monetary tools used by the RBI to control the rising inflation and maintain liquidity in the economy. Repo rate is the rate at which RBI lends funds to commercial banks, while reverse repo rate is the rate at which RBI borrows fund from commercial bank. तो एक ऐसा रेट जिस पे RBI कॉमर्शियल बैंक्स को, गवर्नमेंट बैंक्स नहीं, ठीक है, कॉमर्शियल बैंक्स को, ठीक है, पैसे देता है एट अ पर्टिकुलर रेट, एट अ पर्टिकुलर इंटरेस्ट. मतलब 4% पे सारे के सारे हमारे कमर्शियल बैंक्स को RBI पैसे देता है एट 4%. That is, on Feb 5, 2021, released its bi-monthly monetary policy 2021. The Monetary Policy Committee has kept the repo rate unchanged this time at 4%. The policy projects the GDP growth at 10.5% in 2021 to 22. ठीक है, तो याद रखिएगा रेपो रेट क्या है, एक ऐसा रेट जिसपे RBI कॉमर्शियल बैंक्स को पैसे देती है. एंड एट द सेम टाइम रिवर्स रेपो रेट क्या है, वो रेट जिसपे RBI पैसे लेती है कॉमर्शियल बैंक से. जैसे हम पैसे लेते हैं, जैसे हम लोग बैंक्स में पैसे जमा करते हैं तो हमें कुछ इंटरेस्ट मिलता है, ठीक है. जब हम लोन लेते हैं तो तब पर भी हम इंटरेस्ट देते हैं. तो ठीक उसी तरीके से बैंक्स लोग भी क्या करते हैं, RBI से लोन लेते हैं. ओके, that's it, I hope. Okay, if we go ahead with this, okay, the time is also about to be, oh sorry, I forgot, you have the questions here. Be ready with your mobile phones for taking the screenshot, pictures, or whatever you feel like. Four questions are there, that is from question number 14 up to question number 18 here. Sorry, now it is there. Okay, because the options were not visible. If I am making it much more larger, the options are not going to come. So please finish it fast, all these things. Okay, so today we have completed science and technology as well. Okay, now we will be starting with our next topic, that is your arts and literature in the next class. So today we have done 55 and 61. Okay, I hope you all have taken the pictures or the screenshots or anything, print a screen or anything, whatever you feel like. I know most of you are not interested as I don't get the responses from your side. So expecting a favorable response from you all on these questions. Okay, that's it for today, I hope. Okay, so this was all for today, as we have already completed the bookish part, the current affairs, as well as I have given you some of the questions as well. So this was all for today. Thanks a lot for being with me and have a superb day ahead. Thank you.